My Formula 1 Dutch Grand Prix predictions. So who is going to take pole on Saturday? Who is going to get their car around Zandvoort the fastest? And there's only one answer, right? Of course, it's the man, the myth, the legend, Charles Leclerc. Yeah, I'm not funny. It's Max Verstappen. There's only one man for this. It is Max Verstappen. The only reason the Dutch Grand Prix is still on the F1 calendar is so that Verstappen can win it every year and you get to see those nice pictures of the orange men and the bloody flares and all that. This is the easiest prediction I could possibly make. I might make this prediction every single week until the end of the season. It's Max Verstappen on pole at the Dutch Grand Prix. The number of DNFs is a difficult one to predict. Of course, it always is. There's always that first turn where you don't know if there's going to be a bowling ball incident or not. But there's also a lot of long, slow corners where wheels might collide, you might clip a front wing, you know, stuff like that can always happen. So I am going to go with 4. I think that's fairly conservative. When I think about it, I think Gasly might go out, we might see Ricciardo go out. I wouldn't like to see it, but we might see it. Probably a Logie Bear, a Logan Sargent, that's probably likely, and maybe even a Carlos Sainz. We all know that Ferrari love their engine failure, and who knows what they've done over the summer break. So I'm going with 4 DNFs this race. The biggest disappointment is a bit of a harsh one. I'm not gonna lie, this is tough. I don't really dislike any of the drivers out there, but I'm going to be honest, I think Sergio Perez continues to disappoint in that Red Bull. I just can't see him as that elite level driver anymore. He's not getting back to that stage. Yes, he's had a few podiums again, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's back to his best, because that car should be completely outstripping the others. Max is doing it, so Checo should be there or thereabouts, and I just don't see it happening again this week. I think he's going to have a stinker in qualifying, and I think it's going to be another one of those races where he climbs back up through the grid and you're like, oh my god, he's climbed 6 places, and you're like, well, he shouldn't have been there in the first place. I think the biggest disappointment is going to be Sergio Perez. The biggest surprise of the Dutch Grand Prix, and I think this is going to be a big surprise for everybody, I'm touting Alfa Romeo to have a bloody good race. And I think Zhou Guanyu especially. His race seat is a bit, you know, it's not entirely sure he's going to keep it. He's not been performing excellently, but Alfa Romeo did exceptionally well in Hungary. And no, this isn't a completely similar track, but there are similar aura about it. And I think Alfa Romeo is going to do really well around here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a top 7 finish from them. And I think Zhou Guanyu might just take it from Bottas. And now for the traditional one, the podium. So I truly believe that Mercedes are going to come back and come back strong. I think it's going to be a 3-2. I think Russell's going to take the 3rd spot. I think Lewis Hamilton is going to take the 2nd spot. I just can't see Mercedes sitting back on their laurels this summer. They must have come up with a plan of action to go forth in this second half of the season and really take that fight back to Red Bull. But let's face it, Red Bull's a bit out of the stratosphere, but 2 McLaren, 2 Aston Martin, 2 Ferrari against those other best in class. I think Mercedes are going to come on strong, and I think they're going to get a 3-2 at Zandvoort. And of course, number 1, it's Max Verstappen. Boring, blah blah blah. So thank you for watching my Formula 1 Dutch Grand Prix predictions. Please leave your comments and your predictions down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. There's loads of great content about all different kinds of sport on this channel. And leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. We will see you on the next one. See you later.